Hi Teaquilters, today is Saturday, October 3rd, 2020. We're doing a live sewing chat today. I'm going to finish working on the string sew along for the beginners, and we're waiting for people to come into the room. All right. So we just got a few more seconds before we can start. Trying to figure out why is it darker than norm in here. I think when I put these lights on, my glasses go into sunglass mode. So you can barely see my eyes. So let's see, we've got Phyllis G here saying hi T&T Quilters. Dee Dee Hansen is here, says Dee Dee here from Michigan. Betty Harris says how is everyone this evening? Vicky says hello from Upper Michigan. Robin Boyd says hello T and all my quilting friends. Lulu Mel says hello from Darren, Georgia. Hope Lulu's still here. Sounds like a new name I haven't heard before. And Robin says that her home state is Michigan. Darcy Savelli is here. She says hi T and all quilters from Minneapolis. And remember to thumbs up. Thank you, Darcy. I'm sorry, Darcy. Caller Ford's here saying good evening, T and everyone. So Pink A. Williams says made it. Hi, T. Good evening, everyone. Hello and welcome. And she says she's in Florida. Let's see. Where did I leave off? I had a skip already. Mario Dennis is here. Hi, Mario from Canada, from Montreal, I think. It keeps jumping on me already. I can't even get through this. Okay. It says, hello, everyone from friendly Montreal, Canada. Vicky says, soon the white stuff will be here. So Pink says, I'd love to be back home in Vermont. Kevin the Quilter is here. It keeps jumping, guys. I don't know what's going on. I can't read but a couple of comments and then it's jumping on me. I'm at the bottom again. While I'm scrolling, it put me at the bottom. And I got sinus stuff going on today too. I just took medicine, so hopefully it'll clear up. Kevin says, laughing out loud, look at all these quilters chopping at the bit to be in here with fellow T quilters and Miss T herself. Hi, Kevin. Welcome. Dorsey says, I had a nightmare that I woke up and there was 6 inches of snow and I'm not quite ready for it yet. Got that right. Cheryl says, good evening, T and crew. Earlene from Wisconsin says, hi T and quilt family, rainy and cool here. Kim Burris says, hi T and T quilters. I'm having difficulty. I just took medicine, Flonase, and so it's like draining down. So give me a few minutes, guys. Wind Sprinter says hello from Maryland. My brother Ray Mahone says hi, sis, and everyone. Hope everyone stays safe and God bless you. Hi and welcome. Betty Harris says your hair is very pretty tonight. Thank you so much. Finally decided to sit down and put in a lot of mini twist. Hoping that it lasts a good little while. We'll see. Mario says beautiful shirt tee. Thank you. This is actually my Scrap Quilting Club shirt whenever we have another meeting here locally. June Hansen is here, says hi T and everyone. Wilma Howard says hi from Kentucky. Hi Wilma, welcome to the channel. Cheryl Clute says, Vicky, keep your white stuff there. Melissa LePage says, good evening T and everyone. Gramps is here saying hello T and everyone. Dewana Montreal says, hello T and everyone. Tiffany's Quilting Life is here. She says, hello T and quilt friends. Hi Tiffany, I got your package yesterday. I just decided I'd open it. Well, I cut it open, but we'll look at it today. It's right here. Tom Eckery says hello from Nebraska. Hi Tom, welcome to the channel. Melissa says that quilt covering the window is looking fantastic. Thank you. It's just part of this top. I still got more to go. Teresa Louise, I quilt too, says hi T and friends. Hi Teresa, welcome. Got quite a few people here with channels. Judy is here saying hello T and quilters. Lightning 1210 says hello all. Joyce Rockamore is here, says howdy, howdy, howdy to my quilting family. Joanne Parker says hello T and everyone from Maryland. Sandra Agger says hello T and quilters. Hi Sandra. Jackie K had a message. Maybe it'll come back. Mary is here, says woohoo, love the quilt behind you. Thank you. That's the one we're working on in the beginner string sew along. Jackie K says, Maria, we're all friendly here in Canada. Hello all. My chat is working today. All right, Jackie. Ellie Scrapper is here saying greetings T and all. Ellie Scrapper, you need to let me know if you want that jelly roll I've been holding. Somebody else is interested and I'm trying to just get an answer from you. Janice Miller is here saying hi T and quilters from San Diego. Tiffany says her look good T. Thank you Tiffany. Veronica Hodge says hi y'all. Veronica Hodge from Sumter, South Carolina, traveling from Wisconsin, Salem, North Carolina. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy it. And then Lisa saying hi T and everyone. That's Lisa Peg. Katia Kaufman is here saying hi T and quilters. Hi Kate, welcome. And Tiffany is saying hi to everyone that has just joined. Let's see. Sharon Lewis is here. Hi, Sharon. She says hi, T and everyone. Melissa says, I was teasing you about Wednesday. Diana Nelson is here saying hi, T. Hi, Diana. Cynthia Shade says good evening to all from Chicago. Welcome, Cynthia. Sandra says, oops, forgot to say I'm in the Bay Area, California. Okay, I did email you and said yes that I wanted it. I guess I didn't see the email. I did kind of look, but I'll make sure you get that. Eric Oda is here saying hello, hello from baking Southern California. I guess that means it's hot. He ain't cooking. Thank you, Veronica. She says, yes, I will. Glad to be part of the family. Very friendly group here in the chat for the new people. If you got any quilt related questions, you can most definitely pop them into the chat box as well. People will most definitely love to give their opinions. You can just choose or decide to stay with what you were going for in the first place. But a wealth of information here from beginners to advanced quilters in this group. Susan T is here saying, hello T and everyone, nice fall night in Pennsylvania. And that's why I got on long sleeves. It got to 49 last night, and I've been chilly all day. And now that it's like 10 minutes before it was time for me to come live, then I decided to get hot. So now I got the fan going. Oh, Eric is actually cooking, guys. We need to all go to Eric's house now. Oh, he says literally and figuratively. Darcy says, what are you cooking? What you cooking, Eric? People want to know. So he is cooking. Oh, let's open up what Tiffany sent. She sent the package. I got it yesterday. And I did peek in here and seen that it was purple. But I kind of figured what she was going to send. Tiffany's Quilting Life is in the process of making bags. I think she's also selling bags, if I'm not mistaken. But she sent me a nice, pretty bag. Tiffany loves purple. I love purple, teal, and reds. Those are my favorite colors right now. And I like lime green, too. So I have favorite colors. And sometimes I get it all confused on what's my actual favorite color. I guess it's still red. But I like purples and pinks and lime greens and teals. Okay, I just like bright colors for the most part. But isn't this really cute? Nicely done. Well-made bag. And I'm thinking I may just put it with my luggage and use it as a travel bag. Now on the inside, it's got a pocket in here and some stuff. Let's take this out. I'll read that stuff later, but it's got a nice little pocket in here as well. The outside part she quilted, boxed the corners, very nice, and then the handles. So very cute. I don't know if all of my toiletries will fit in there, but I think I might make that my new travel bag. What that say? She says, thank you for your support. Thank you for purchasing a Tiffy bag. 100% handcrafted by yours truly, Tiffany Groff. So that's what she's including in the bag. She sent this to me. And she says, my friend T. This is a thank you card. Just let you all see. She says, T, I made you a purple bag. Why? Because you are awesome. You inspire me to keep creating and making somewhat good enough videos that are watchable. I'm struggling to write why. Anyway, this is my way of saying thanks for you being you, giving me shout outs, and also for the tools I've been using like crazy. She's talking about the wooden tools. I sent Tiffany a set because I know she was when you're having financial issues, you have to pick and choose what you can get. So I decided I wanted her to have a set, so I sent her a set. She says, you are an inspiration to many, and I sure hope that the future allow us to cross paths and meet in person. I know we would have loads of fun, so thank you for everything. I hope you love your bag, and I hope all is well. Thanks for being you. I call these Tiffy bags. This is size number 1. So that's pretty cool. So she apparently has different sizes. So I've seen when she was making like the first one. I watched part of that video, but I have not watched all of them. I know she still had other ones. So thank you so much, Tiffany. It is gorgeous. Really, really gorgeous. Make nice cosmetic bags, nice travel bags for your personal items. Very nice. Lots of things you can do with this. Thank you. It is so pretty. So I'm going to put this over here because I don't want it to get by the iron, that bag. I'm going to be pressing soon. I just got an Amber Alert. Okay. yeah. Let's go back and see what Eric is cooking before we start sewing. So Pink says, oh Lord, it's in Florida, 49 degrees. Eric says it was over 100 today in California. Dana Cole says, hello, new, invited by Kamala. Thank you, Deanna, for coming. Welcome to the channel. Maria says, in quilt shows, are the blue ribbons for hand-stitched quilts only? No. Most quilts that are in the shows that are winning are mostly machine quilted. They're like heavily, densely quilted. Every once in a while, you will find somebody that hand quilted their quilt, but that's not the specification now. It's kind of changed. Doesn't have to be hand quilted. Eric says that he's cooking chicken. Speaking of which, where's Kevin? People are saying that bag is pretty, Tiffany. I'm sure you're reading some of the comments. And Eric and Kevin are about to start fighting. And we don't have Diane in here to put them in timeout. A lot of people are saying that the bag is pretty. Carla says, I'm thinking about getting a Juki TL 2010Q to use for my piecing. Anyone have that in sight? I saw that video. Congrats, Tiffany. Excellent work. Yes, it's chilly. I had to tell my husband to turn the heat on. It get really cool at night. That's from Ellie Scrapper. A lot of more people. Carla Ford, Deanna. Saying the bag is pretty, so it's June. And Tiffany says, glad you like it, T. It is gorgeous and very well made, guys. It is well made. So if you're purchasing one, you're going to get your money's worth. And Kevin says, so cool, Tiff. Very nice of you. Lietta says, hi, T and everyone. Hi, Lietta. Welcome. And then Tiff says, thanks, everyone. She deserves it. Well, thank you. T, you got my name right. Most can't pronounce it. That's Kim. Eric says, it's great machine for piecing. So request about the machine. And lightweight free motion quilting. I already had ice on my car Wednesday morning. That's from Lisa. Wow. Remo is here. She says, hello, T and T Quilters from Bowie, Maryland. And Terry T is here saying, hello, everyone. I'm late as usual with a wave. Hi, Terry. All right. So, and Remo is reminding everybody to hit the thumbs up. So, last time we was here, I think I had done 4 rows up there. And then I was working on like row number 5 when we cut off on Saturday. So I figured if I did 4 rows, maybe I can do the last 4 rows here. So I did 3 more rows and already have attached them. Wait a minute. I've attached 2 of the 3 rows. No, I've attached 3 more rows since we finished sewing. So I sewed 2 more just to get it almost done. Because the part 3, which is this part that I'm working on, I needed to have the actual quilt top done before I could even upload the instructions for step 3. So I'm hoping that some of you all, some of the beginners especially, are making this project just something quick. I'm using, as you can see in the background, I'm basically just using this fabric to be my interest point. So it's not all about the strings. It was just a way for me to just sew strings with some of the beginners that hadn't done any before, or mindless sewing. Again, if you didn't want to sew strings, you could have just used a focus fabric if you wanted. You could have used crumb blocks. You could have used big 9 patches or whatever else you want to use. So that's kind of what's going on here. I see a string I need to cut. Just a dog ear that didn't get trimmed when I was cutting the blocks in quarters. So I'm just sewing pieces together, and we'll come back and check with you guys in a bit. So I did get to do some machine embroidery today. Uh-oh, I got this thing on back stitch again. I forgot about that. I had it on a tack stitch for machine embroidery and I didn't take it off. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. Is I was practicing some machine embroidery just to make sure I knew how to do machine embroidery on here, and I was just using designs that were inside of the program. I'm trying to figure out, why do I have blue thread coming out of here? I did some machine embroidery with blue thread. So that means I've got some blue thread stuck somewhere. Ugh, I really don't feel like going into this machine. On a video live and have never been in here before, okay? Talk about a learning curve. For those that are new, I just had this machine for a couple of weeks now. So everything is new. Trying to see where it's at. All part of a live, right? It's hanging out here. I do remember running out of blue thread on one spool. I changed to another spool. And I guess when it broke, it just broke that piece off. But I continued to machine embroidery, even changing threads. And didn't have a problem with the embroidery. But that's how you get into learning. You have to learn on the spot. Now we got to get this back on. That was easy. Thought it was going to be complicated. I guess I'll read some comments after this. I'm sure there are plenty now. Alright, I saw a lot of comments coming through before I had even gotten started, so pretty sure that Teresa McCormick came in. She says, hello, T and T Quilters. Lisa says, in Indiana, took 10 minutes to defrost. I was not happy at 6 a.m. headed to work. Got that right. Tiffany says, it was 104 here today, but nice between 78 and 85. So I can put my long arm out soon. So she's going to go crazy with quilting. She can do a lot on that long arm. So I get it set up Monday, hopefully. T, what are you planning to do with the green string quilt? How come you have to ask me that? I guess I'll go ahead and let the cat out the bag. This month will be 10 years that Teaquilts has been on YouTube. And I am actually going to give it to some subscriber. And let's see, what date is it that I will be on here 10 years? It would be October 14th, I think. That's the date. I'm not sure if I'm going to have this quilt quilted or not because I still got the pineapple quilt sitting on my frame. I had all kinds of issues with the pineapple quilt and quilting it. And then when I finally got a design that would work, that I decided I don't really care, let's just quilt it, then my machine tension decided to act up, and I just cut the machine off. And I haven't been back over there probably now in about 5 days. So I got to figure out if it's just the bobbin I put in wrong or if it's something else. I just decided I needed a break from that quilt. So I'm not sure if this quilt's going to be completed by October 14th, so that's not the goal, but on October 14th, I will be drawing for some tea quilter to receive this quilt, okay? So it's going to one of you. Seeing Forrest is here. She says, hi ho, everyone. Eric says, we're not as hot as Arizona. Marcia is here. She says, it jumped on me. Hold on, guys. She says, hello, T and everyone. It's a little chilly here in Northern Virginia tonight. Mary says, T, did you figure out your low bobbin notice or is it broken? I have not seen this come on. And it was so funny in those comments to that post, Mary, because somebody was saying you could only see it while it was sewing. And I'm like, okay, if I'm sewing over here and looking at my 1/4 inch, I can't be looking up here at the bobbin indicator. So I have no idea. I feel like it's not working. I feel like that isn't working. When I change to particular feet, I don't get particular feet working either. I got on a 97D foot. I went and tried to change it to a 97D. It won't say 97D. It says 1D. So I don't know what's going on with that either. So we'll see. And Remo saying it's cold where she is. Claudette Bettis is here. She says, hello to you and everyone. Joanne Parker says, the quilt is beautiful and I may try it over winter. Thank you for all you do, T. You're so welcome, Joanne. Enjoy the process. Eric says, reminder that June chat is tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Info is in the Teaquilts Facebook group page. It's always the same meeting password. And what's the other one that they asked? They asked you for 2 things. Meeting ID and then the password ID. It's always the same. Well, thank you guys. I'm getting super chats I see popping up. I haven't seen the chats yet, so hold on. Remo says, love the colors. Mary says, wow, T, I've had my Benina for years and have never taken that off. Girl, I tell y'all that when something's not right, and if I can get in it, I will get in it in a heartbeat. I don't hesitate because I can always take it to the shop after I've been in there. But if it's something simple that I can fix, then I go ahead and do it. And Tiffany saying that she'll try to be there after her live stream tomorrow. Dee Dee says, did you get the attached embroidery module or are you using the embroidery in the machine? The attached embroidery module. At some point, I want to stitch out some of the decorative stitches just to see what the stitches are in there and how they actually, they're in the book, but I think stuff looks a lot different when it's actually on the fabric. So I'm going to stitch some of those out. Donna Scrogan says real life sewing for sure. Got that right. Keeping it real. Got that right. No worries, Tiff. You know, us will be on till midnight. Got that right. We go on a Zoom. We playing 2 hours. And one time we was in there until like 3:30 a.m. or something. It was crazy. But now that Eric's got to go to work, it helps to get us out a little bit faster. So that's good. And Mary's even laughing, saying, just to midnight, Eric? Kevin says, thanks for being real, T. I just love you. You got that right. I got to fix it. Hello, everyone that just joined the chat. That's from Tiffany. Thanks, Tiffany, for welcoming everyone. Dewana says, I would read the whole book before I used it. No, I just go right in there. Sin says, hey, T, you're going to have to modify your business t-shirts to include the word mechanic, laughing out loud. You got that right. Deanna J is here saying hello all. Mario says, you need a key just to change the thread. No, you don't need a key to change the thread. I had to get the screw out. What happened was I was in machine embroidery, ran out of a thread, and I thought when it ran out that it had stitched all the way out. I didn't pay attention. I ran new thread through, and it continued to embroider. I just switched it back to sewing like 10 minutes before we went live. And apparently it had a piece of that blue that had ran out. It must have just broke when it came off of this the thread spool over here that you can't see. The thread spool's this way. It must have just broke as soon as it lost contact with the thread spool. But I didn't know that thread was hanging there. So I have been rethreading numerous threads. And then I happen to look down while I'm sewing this 1/4 inch seam and I see blue thread. And I'm like, why are you there? I pull it and it wouldn't let me get it out. So I had to go in here so that I can pull it out of that track. But you need a key. It's just a torque screw. You need that to get in here to take this out. So, let's see. Let me go back and find Mario. So, okay, so I answered his question. Dewana says, how sweet. Oh, I didn't know that was a secret. Sandra says, congratulations. That's on the 10 years. Congrats, T. That's quite a feat. Mario says, October 14th is my partner's birthday. That's nice. Happy birthday to him. I can't sing, but I'll sing anyway. No, teach, really? Woohoo, 10 years. Congrats, Tiffany. That's from Tiffany. Francesca Fino is here. She says, hi, T and everyone. Happy Saturday night. Happy to see you, girl. Dorothy says, that is so wonderful for us. Thank you so much. She says, happy 10-year YouTube anniversary. Thank you. Appreciate that. Joy says, oh, wow, great gift for one lucky subscriber. It's called Pray That It's For Me, laughing out loud. Sandra is going hands up. Joanne says, congratulations, T. 10 years is awesome. Remo JS says, my birthday is October 12th. As I told you all, if your birthday, if you want birthday shout outs, want to be included in any of the birthday draws, you need to make sure you email me because I can't do all of this in chat. My husband, I get off of here and he go, how many people did you have in chat? I'm like, I don't know. I'm doing it. You know, I can't watch numbers and stuff. So please help me to help you. If you're want to be on your birthday shout out, regardless of whether your birthday being in October or next March, email me teaquilts@teaquilts.com and I will add you to the birthday shout outs. Some months I may be having drawings. It just depends on what I have hanging around here. So please email me. Don't be mad at me if you put it in the chat and I don't give you the birthday shout out. That's all I'm saying. I can only do so much. So make sure you email me. I did get one person that emailed me that had it in the chat on Wednesday, but I'm not sure if I got everybody that posted. Also, when I announce birthday shout outs, they're on the first Wednesday of the month, which means that's going to be next Wednesday because Wednesday is the first. Remo says 10 years, awesome. Jim says congratulations to you on 10 years. Did we do October birthdays? That's from Eric. Kim says that's great, T. Congrats on 10 years. My husband asked me the same thing, what I was going to do with this quilt. And I said I really don't have a purpose for it. I was just doing it, and so I decided I'm going to just do it as a drawing. So, yes. Lisa says, Remo the 12th is a great day for a birthday. Francesca says, low bobbin is a setting you can turn on, off in settings. I know that, but it's turned on and it's not working. Congrats, T, from Vicky. T, and people asked if you turned it on. You said in the beginning that you had turned it on. Yes, I did, Mary. That was so funny when people, I try to stay to the point when I'm asking for help in Facebook groups or asking people what their opinion is. And I even said, because I didn't want somebody to tell me to go in settings and cut it on. So that's why I came back and even took a picture, because I think some of them had never been in their settings. So it was pretty interesting, Mary. So we got a good laugh, me and you both. Melissa LePage, thank you. She gave me $9.99. She says for the fabric fund. Jackie K says those Benina seems to be crazy different. Yes, they are crazy different. They have to rename everything. That's the first problem I have. So I'm going to be one of those people that the Benina people are going to hate, all the Benina fans, because I'm going to still call everything the same thing that the, normal other sewing machine companies call things. I am not going to conform to all these new words that Benina wants to throw around. Phyllis G says, I'm cutting squares and strips for future use while watching. That's good use of time. Teresa says, major congratulations, T, 10 years. Terrific. Yes. Francesca says, if setting doesn't work, try wipe on sensor. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Diana says, have you gotten the package yet? Nope, Diana, I have not gotten anything from FedEx from you. Mary says, if you can send me the tracking number would be great. I'll try to track it and see what's going on with it. Mary says, we plan just 2 hours. She's talking about in a Zoom. We have never done 2 hours in the Zoom. Kim says, everyone remember to hit the thumbs up, please. Thank you, Kim, for the reminder. And Phyllis saying that she enjoyed watching Tiffany sew the bags. Donna says, this is what I do, T. I learn my machine as things crop up. Yes. Darcy, thank you so much. She said $19.99. She said you were wonderful and generous to us all. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I just bounced again. Hold on. Happy 10-year anniversary from Phyllis. Thank you. 105. She's telling me the number so I can remember a number to tell my husband. You all are funny. That's from Melissa. Thank you. 40 thumbs up. And what's the matter with y'all? Years got some broken fingers or something. You all got some broken fingers or something. That's from Melissa, not from me. Don't forget to give T a thumbs up and a like. Thank you, Tiffany. That is too funny. Lisa says, I'm going to stop sewing when you're on, T. I'm frog sewing again. Yes. Pretty soon, I probably would be too. You know, I tend to frog sew a whole lot when I'm sewing with y'all. Eric says, T, if you ever need to just get rid of a quilt, I know a wonderful organization. I just bet you do, Eric. It's called the Eric Older Quilt Foundation, LLC. Now I don't change from fabric to quilt. subsidiary of the Eric Older Fabric Foundation. We give quilts a home. He is a mess. Hi, Melanie. She says, hello, everyone. 10 years. Congratulations. Thank you. Appreciate that. And Tiffany was saying that she was going to sew some string blocks, but just didn't want to get back up because Extra Poop today was busy. Okay. So I'm not sure where I'm at now. Hold on. I sewed this too. Okay. I got it. I got it. We don't want to use the ripper. Not today. And I probably need to touch this iron just so I can cut it back on. I've been all in the machine and everything else. And then decide to go ahead and read the comments. I saw a lot of them were coming up. If I get too far behind in comments, I can't read them. It won't let me go back that far. I guess I'm using the Ginger snips today instead of my little cheapos. All right. Gotta iron back this way. And you can't see me ironing, so. Oh, but here is, I did this butterfly in the hoop. Trying to get it under the light there. And I did another little test printout. And this was just a design that was already in the machine. This was another one too. I was just practicing the copy and rotate function and line up. So that's actually the same design, just rotated and flipped. Maybe I give those out on my birthday shout out. Maybe the winner will get that. And whatever else I come up with. Because they're just test pieces for me. I have nothing I need to do with them. Duke. See, I got 93%. Let me just take it off. See if I can prop you guys up here so I can see some of the comments. Sin says, gotta go. Good night, all. Thumbs up. Hugs by Sin. Ellie says, Benina is getting ready to go up on all their machines. I got the B79 model. It sews and embroiders, but I still haven't taken it out of the box yet. Laughing out loud. Oh my gosh. You mean B790, I think. She's got that B790 model, which is the model that's above this one that does quite a few things that I wish this one did, but it's still a great machine. It has precision, some kind of precision thing. And then you can, like when you put designs in, they stitch in order of however you put them in. On the B90, you can rearrange the designs to stitch in any order you want. And then it also does continuous stitching as well, automatically, without you having to do a whole lot. So that's pretty cool. But the chances of me doing that kind of stuff, well, rearranging I would have loved to have, but the chances of me doing other stuff is not. And I do like it. It was a few things that I like that it does that the Baby Lock does not do. So I am happy with doing some embroidery on it. I'm actually going to, like I said, I only did 2 test outs from what they got inside the machine. I'm going to go get something like Anita Good Design, one of those big companies. I'm going to put one of their designs in here just to see how it does with that. So that's my next goal. I just wanted to, I went through the workbook and kind of learned where some of the stuff was. I think I understand it a lot better now. At first it was a little bit confusing because I wasn't used to it. So in order to get used to something, you've got to do it. So that's why I went through there. I went through both of the workbooks to make sure I didn't miss anything. And yeah, I think I'm ready to go with it. I kind of understand where stuff is now. Because before I was like, I don't see that button. How did they get to that? I don't see that. But now I figured it out. So I think I'm going to do pretty good. People are saying that the butterfly is pretty. Dorothy says, I have started ripping soon, but it will be for a good reason. I have started a rainbow colored Borgello quilt. Yes, so you do have to rip out the piece out of your loop that you've cut. That's pretty cool. Rhonda Barlow is here. She says, T, congrats on the 10-year anniversary. That's a lot of videos. May you have many more years and many more subscribers. Thank you so much, Rhonda. And at T, what extra feet are you going to buy? Extra feet. I want to do crazy quilt stuff. So I probably do I want to do a cording foot. Pentuck foot. I also have a class that I used to teach when I was teaching at Husqvarna shop, the sewing vac place, and I would have people make fabric. So I like stuff like the Pentuck foot, the Tailor Tack foot. I use those for decorative elements. What else? Because I ordered 5. I'm trying to think, what's the other ones? I think the gathering foot. I just want to try it. I have never done gathering. I've done the old-fashioned style gathering where I've just sewed my 2 strings of thread and then I did the pull thing. And so I'm wanting to try that. So I bought the gathering foot. And it was like a rolled hem foot, but I want to use it to put on binding. I saw in one video where somebody was using it to sew the binding on by machine, and they put the fabric into the rolled hem part, and then it was able to sew that binding down perfect without even having to look. It just put it in there and it was gone. So some things I just want to try. Alright, so I think I've got, I got to sew the end piece on that one. Forgot all about that. No. I'm confused. I think this is 11. This is 11. This is row 11, and then row 12 is just this with this, and then that's 13. So where's the end corner piece for this other one? That's when it gets really interesting. I don't have a triangle on here. See, it's missing a triangle. This is what happens when you sew live. This is 11, so it should be over there. I'm working on 10, and I don't see the end piece for 10. Let me stand up. Move my chair. Okay. This is stuff I was using before. This is not it. And I'm not sure. I'm just going to put a piece, put one on here, just substitute another one. I don't have time for that. Except that it's got to match. Let's see. It needs to be like that. And I don't have one like that. Where's my piece? Okay, I have a gremlin in here. And I know this isn't it because it's going the other direction. We're just going to continue to sew the rest of it, I guess. Oh my goodness. All I did was move the stuff up here and put it back there so I can embroider, and I'm missing a triangle. I'll find it. Maybe this quilt will not get done this year. Goodness gracious. It's like, how am I missing a whole triangle? And it's cut a particular way too, so I gotta find it. I have 2 extra triangles, but they go in the opposite direction. And the only reason I got those 2 extras is because I was videotaping, showing different ways to make them. That's the only reason I got them. I'm still looking. Goodness. As soon as I piece another one, I'll find it. So this is row number 9, but I can't do anything with it because I can't put 10 on it. So this is 10 with a missing triangle. Okay, this is 11. I am turning these in particular way, so I just have to pay attention to that. And I'll talk about that in the third part of this video. Because I was outside on my deck and the wind started blowing my pieces up, so I had to hurry up and get my blocks off the deck. So I don't know if I talked about it a whole lot. That's another reason I didn't put part 3 up yet. Okay. 12 in the corner. This is 12. other thing I can think of, because I don't see it on this side, is if the wind blew it over this way. I mean, my fan. But I don't see any blue or green. This is crazy. Gato is saying Stack and Whack 1 MJP. I don't know what that is. Dee Dee says Benina has a book called The Big Feet, a Book of Feet. It has almost all the feet, doesn't have the ruler quilting foot in it, as that one is too new. Yeah, I saw that. I've been thinking about getting it, but I think it was like 80 bucks. So since I was just buying feet, they had feet on sale 25% off for the month of September. That's why I had to rush and do that. And so I just went and looked at the accessory book and got the feet that I wanted. And then if you spent like $300 or more on feet, they gave you some kind of accessory box for it, for the feet, for free. So that's kind of why I hurried up and done it, so that I could get them at the 25% off. Because initially I was just going to get a couple of feet that I wanted. And I go, well, I don't think they're going to go more than 25% off at any given time. Otherwise, you've got to wait for them to put the foot of the month on sale. And then you can buy one foot at a time. And I don't have the patience for that. I'm so busy, I can't keep track of stuff. You know, trying to buy one item a month at this place, and then doing this over here at that place. So I just decided to just bite the bullet and go ahead and order everything that I needed. I also ordered, on this machine, I have a multi-thread spool stand. I also ordered that for this one as well. So it's just easier for me if I can load up more than one spool of thread, get them all in order of how the embroidery is going, than to keep constantly finding one thread and putting one up, finding one thread and putting it up. I just rather have all of them up there ready to go. A lot of people use that binder foot for making masks. I hadn't looked at that either. I think it sews the binding right onto the mask as it makes it. We've got Nani Alves saying, I think that's just good night. I'm not sure. Eric says, what's the average price of a Benina sewing foot? And does one foot work on all Benina machines? They have an older model Beninas that take the A series, but the other series for the most part use the same feet. From what I was seeing, it might be a few occasions here or there that they might have a 3-line chart for feet, depending on your machine, but most of them are just 2 charts, very old Beninas, and then everything else is taking the new stuff. And then on these, you've got a choice between getting a C foot and a D foot. The D foot is just saying you're going to sew with the dual feed lever down. You were sewing so well, and then you started thinking. Happens to us all. Ellie says, wow, it's a decade, T, in being a famous quilter. T, congratulations. Thank you. Joyce says, gremlins, laughing out loud. Yes, I hate those little gremlins. When that show first came out at the beginning, they were so cute and stuff, and turned out to be so bad. Mary saying, hey, Eric, some of the feet are pricey, but not so much. Benina, 1 foot, 20 off every month. And during September, I think all or most feet were 25% off. And that's why I just went ahead and got it. Then I don't have to, if I'm going to get 25% off and I got to run back and forth to go get them, then you're not really getting 25% off. So I made one trip to go pick up and order. Well, I ordered all of them. They didn't have, I only got 1 foot, I think. The rest of them they had to order. So they'll let me know when they come in. But basically, it's one trip instead of going every month to get one foot. That's their way of getting you into the store, too, so you can buy something else. Cheryl says that is something that I would do. Gremlins, they're laughing at me. I guess the price of the machine won't hurt you. The price of the feet will. The funny thing to me is that I feel like when you're looking at Benina sewing machines over Baby Lock, I think Baby Lock costs more. But Baby Lock give you a good chunk of feet. Whereas Benina, they'll give you about 4 or 5 feet. And then you've got to buy the rest. So I think if you're not a person that's going to use a lot of the feet, I think you end up in the same. I think you might be just a little bit cheaper with Benina in the end, to me. Because on the Baby Lock, I got some feet, but then I also, I don't know if I can pull it through here. Baby Lock still charges you for the additional feet. They'll give you basic sewing feet. I've just got this thrown up here until I make something for it, because I'm trying to keep dust out of here. So that is not made for that. It's just something I put up there. But then, you know, you can buy this whole concoction here, holds most of your feet, but then you have to pay for it. It's, you know, nothing's free. So it gives you the basic feet for sewing, like if you're making garment sewing, and then it might give you the 1/4 inch foot, the open toe foot, the walking foot, and then everything else in here you have to buy. So you've got this case here. I'm not trying to make all this fall out. And then you take these off. And all of this didn't come in here. I got other stuff in here, but I've got, like, I got the ruffler and all of this kind of stuff. Another plate. So all kinds of stuff is in this bottom storage section. So you're paying a lot of money either way you look at it. They're going to get you coming and going, basically. Oops, I got to lay this back down. And I got a ruffler on this one that I didn't buy this because I actually bought it from my friend. This is a machine I bought from my friend after she passed. I bought it from her family, actually. She passed. And so then I bought her machine because I wanted to have something in remembrance of her. So I bought this, and she had bought this, but this didn't come with that machine. You had to buy all this stuff. So, yeah, they'll give you some feet, but I feel like Baby Lock, coming out the gate, anytime you're asking somebody $13,000, $14,000 for a machine, an embroidery machine, that's a lot of money. So I feel like Benina's is a little cheaper, then you get to select which feet you want. But it's all how you just look at it, for real, you know. Better check Eric's pockets. He really wants that quilt for his foundation. I must have missed a comment. Eric saying I have it. Kevin took it home from Cheryl. If I ever have a missing piece of, oh, they talking about the quilt piece. If I ever have a missing piece of a block, I always look on the floor. Sometimes I accidentally double sewed something on the back of another block. Well, I guess I could do that because I was just sewing row 10. Well, it was row 10. And then I looked at the entire stack and didn't see it, but let's check the back. And it's so weird because I don't know where it would have gone unless I dropped it when I, like, you know, I didn't go back through the stack. What I think happened is I probably dropped it when I picked it up off my deck. And when I did that, I have not been back in the back area of my house like that. I haven't been back there. I've been back there, but I haven't been looking for this. Let's just say that. I've been back there, but not really paying attention. So that's what I think kind of happened. So I'm hoping it's back there. If not, I'll have to make one. See this triangle? The pieces go this way. And then on this triangle, the pieces go this way. So I have pieces like this, but I need a piece like this. So that's the problem. Let's press these two pieces so I can get these sewed on. Oops, my iron turned off. So I'll read some comments. Mary says, early models use feet with black numbers. Newer Beninas have feet with red numbers. And then there are coded feet for dual feet that work with certain Beninas. Now you saw where you asked. That's exactly right. Melissa says, get away from that quilt, Eric. I want it. Jada says, congrats, T, on your 10 years. Good night, all. Stay safe and well. Bye-bye, Jada. Mary says, haha, Eric, you are right. But on the other hand, you get a whole foot, not just a cheap little bottom of the foot, which my FOF has. And that was the other thing, too. I don't know if that, I do realize that you get more product for your foot, but is that really a waste or not? That's what I've been trying to figure out. So I haven't used Benina enough to know, but I do love how easy it is to change feet. I know they just snap on the other feet, but it has a nice little lever. It's real easy to put them on. And I do like how they're stitch plates. You don't need to use a screwdriver to get into to change your stitch plate out. I like that. It's been so many times I had to go find the thing or use a quarter or a washer so that I could get the screw out because I couldn't find the little gadget that they had given me that goes with my baby lock. So I'll use like a washer to get into it. So I do like some of the things that Benina has done. Kim says, I don't think it matters what brand of machine you have. Accessory feet are expensive. We love the close-ups and personal tea. Yes. I did wave while I was up there. Mary says, that T, you are so silly. And she says she had typed silky, and then she goes, you might be silky too. Silveretta James is here, says, I got on late. This is the most fun for me on Saturday night. Hi, and welcome back. Dee Dee says, I got the book foot, but there are feet in there that are so interesting that I wouldn't have known about them without the book. I do know about them because I got the accessories book, and it's got everything in the accessories book, but they don't go into, they go into a little bit of how to use them, but they don't really go into detail. So I'm hoping, I know that the foot, the book, the big book of feet is probably great. I just did not order it yet. I probably will get it at some point, but right now I just decided I had spent enough money. They had enough of my money. Let's see. I think I skipped somebody just to make sure. Oh, So Pink was saying, I agree with Kim, especially if you have more than one machine for different things. Yes. Dee Dee says, I got the multi-spooler holder too and the dual needle. Dual needle? I don't know what that is. I use my multi-spool thingy all the time. That's for Mary. So what will become of the Elagio? It's right. It's going to be machine embroidery. The Elagio has only done machine embroidery. I've got to learn machine embroidery on this one. What happens, I always like to have two machines in action that machine embroider. And that's because when I'm doing stuff, especially as gifts for my family, I am running both machines. So I have like a little mini sweatshop. Sometimes you have embroidery designs where you have two parts. You have two files that you have to use. What I normally do is I put one file on one machine, and then I come over here and put the second file on the second machine. So I start over here and pull over here. So eventually I end up having both machines going at the same time. It just depends on what I'm doing. And if it's a design where it just has one file, then I'll be running both machines. It makes it so that I can get done faster. Lucky says, T, I always go to bed feeling good after your sewing chat on Saturdays. Well, thank you. Kim says, I got super lucky with 2 Vikings I have. The feet are interchangeable. One model higher and they aren't. Okay, that's pretty cool. Because I know when I used my singers, all of my feet were interchangeable on my singer, and I didn't have to worry about keeping anything separate. And then my singers, their feet are a little bit wider. The bar is wider, so you can put the stuff on. So if you I couldn't use baby lock feet on my singer. So then I had to start trying to keep stuff separated. That's the one thing I do like about Benina, since the feet are so long and big, I can't mix them up with anything else. I don't have to mark anything. So I know right away. Didi says, 1 foot does not work on all machines. My 770 feet don't work on my 130. And this if it's an A series machine, then no, they will not work. But everything else from B on up, then they work, because I've been looking in the accessory book. On my 1630, not 130, she meant. Don't forget to give T a thumbs up. Thank you, Tiffany. Best Saturday night in months. This is so pink. Thank you. Remo says, I have 3 singers, 2 fobs, and a serger, and a Viking ruby. Dorsey says, I found a package of singer feet. It has about 25 feet in it, and some of them are so weird looking. And I don't even have every feet that Singer ever put out, you know. I have some feet. But then Singer, they didn't come out with a whole lot of the pin-tucking feet that I had. Or I didn't have it anyway. Like when Baby Lock, when I started switching over to Baby Lock, they had a lot more feet. And then Benina, of course, has specialty feet for just about doing everything. Kevin says, well, hallelujah. I just finished the block for the quilt I'm working on. Woo! Gotta go shopping for setting triangles for it now. Who will go shopping with me? That is funny. Kevin, ooh, pick me up. Pick me up. That's her. Pick me. Pick me. Kevin, if I was close, I'd volunteer. Kevin, Quilter T has her purse by the door waiting for you to pick her up. That's Mary laughing. You got that right. Dorsey says, that is so nice of you. You will always remember your friend. Yes. Tiffany says, she always end up sitting on the piece that she's looking for. Phyllis says, great chat, T. Good night, all. Bye, Phyllis. Thank you. We've been here a little over an hour. We do 2 hours on Saturday nights for the newbies. On Wednesday nights, we also have live chat. Starts at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we do about an hour. Sometimes we go over. Most times we go over. Sometimes I'll be adamant I'm going to get off in an hour. Darcy says, don't let it blow away my piece. I was just making sure it didn't go that way. Because that happened when I was sewing my pineapple blocks. If you all remember, I had pieces that had flown all the way over there. And I don't even have the fan on high. It's on medium today, so. Kim says she's only 250 miles from you, Kevin. Ellie says, no, it's B79. That is on the box. It's one of the that have a smaller screen. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that on her machine. Dee Dee says, I love my Beninas. They are so solid, not teeny. I have a Volvo once, and it was solid also. And she says, oh, up under the extension tray. It ain't under here. I have nothing up here. Jill Thomas is here saying hello, T. Hi, Jill. Welcome. And she says hello to everyone. Dee says, dual needle sews 2 lines at one time. Great for quilting. Oh, see, she's using Benina words. I just call them a twin needle. See, Benina and I are not going to get along. She says, you sew one color right next to the other one. Yes, I do know what you're talking about now. But it's a twin needle. Eric says, your singers, you just had to worry about sewing backwards. That's that one singer. I never had that issue. I got 3 other singers. I got a total, well, I got 5 because I got a single treadle. But I got 4 mechanical singers, and I've never had an issue with a machine sewing backwards until I got that. I think it's 9960, 90. I can't remember what the number is on it because I hardly ever use it. But it did stop. It was just one of those freak things that it did it for like 3 times or so, and then I put it up for a year. I brought it back out, and it's never done it again. I never had it serviced or anything. And then I purposely gave it to a lady to sew on, so because she was going to sew on it all this summer during the pandemic, and she never once called me and said she had a problem with it. She actually wanted to know where she could get herself one because she been looking to upgrade her machine. So it's been sewing beautifully, but I've never seen or heard of that before. Singers are low shanks. Start by driving early, Kim. Haha, twin needle. That's Silveretta. You got that right. Joyce says, good night, sewing family. Bye, Joyce. Thank you so much. Eric says, 3 singers. You can start a singing group. Yep. Singers House the Gremlins. Laughing at Kim and Kevin talking. Let's see if my iron is still on. So I'll just have to find my piece. It probably dropped somewhere. And we did take out trash Thursday night. So I'm hoping it didn't get trashed. But even if it did, you know, it's no big deal. I'll just I have to make another one. There's no, no way around it. There's no way around it. Just got to do what you got to do. Because we can't be stuck in the middle. Alright, so we're on 12. And then we just have this corner. I'm sure I'm so far behind in the, I'm caught up. Okay, great. Darcy says, I don't know. I didn't know singers were low shank, and I wanted to free motion. I didn't know anything about quilting when I started. I leave it up, and I don't know. I don't know if are singers considered low shanks. I don't know. I never thought about it. I used to free motion on my singers. The one thing with one of my singers, it had in the book that when you're free motion quilting, to turn your stitch length all the way up, which sounds very weird because if you're free motion quilting and your feed dogs are down, you wouldn't think that stitch length would have any effect, but it really does, and it really did help for me. So I loved it. Lisa's saying good night, tea and friends. Another enjoyable evening with y'all. Bye, Lisa. Thank you. So yes, that was actually the singer was the one that I actually left set up for free motion quilting when I did not have a long arm. I used my XL 1000 for quilting. And in the book, it even told you to do that. I thought it was so weird. I don't know if I got any stuff out because I've kind of moved stuff. For chain piecing, I guess I'll break my thread. I don't normally do this, guys. I normally always have something under the needle. like wasting my thread tails. I'm wasting my thread. So, I'm going to take this tape off. I got other tape. I need to get rid of a lot of tape now. I had put tape on my desk and I was reusing it as I was stitching the rows when I first started. But I've gotten good and I don't need it anymore. May as well just get it all up. Okay. On this one, I want to put the corner on here. So, when I do the corner, I just fold it and get a little crease mark. And the same thing over here. Just a little crease. Jackie is saying good night all. My eyes are going crazy from pinning kaleidoscope pieces and cutting. Good night, Jackie. Thank you for coming. I usually do like the little old lady from Pasadena. I'm going to put a pin on this one just so I don't lose my center. And then go ahead and just lay it out flat and put my corner on. Okay. I guess we're cutting threads tonight. My old wrinkled up corner. All right. So I just put this, I'm going to sew these 2 rows. These are my, I had 4 rows. I got 2 and then 2 up here. I can't sew 10 on, which is in the middle. So this is the last seam that I can actually sew. So we'll just sew this and then we'll quit until I find or make my other piece. And I know I had it because the pattern made exactly enough. So I know I made it. And I got pictures of it laying out on my deck with the wind blowing it. So I'm just putting a few pins in here now to hold my intersections. Okay. Sabrina says, I like your shirt. Blue is my favorite color. Well, thank you. And I'm not pulling out pins on some of these because I got the pins on this side and I've got them far back from where the needle is. This one is up at the seam line right there. Pull that one out. This next one is far back. So I don't recommend sewing over pins. The thing for me in pinning is that I'm left-handed, so I want to pin on this side. And then I've learned when I pin on that side, I can pull them further back and it doesn't affect anything. So, all right. think that's my last seam for today. Till I find this piece. Let's press that. Alright. So this is my bottom corner here. Right there. That's all she wrote. Right there. That's just so weird that I didn't even realize. Well, I guess it's row number 10. It's not like I went back checking it. So I just knew I had to have lost it here. But maybe it was, I just hope it didn't drop outside. Can you imagine? The birds have it. G. Morelli says, first time here, hope to learn from you. Well, thank you so much. A lot of videos are up with teaching. Sometimes I'm in the sewing chats, and we do a lot more chatting than we do talking. But I do love to teach, so if you got any questions or you can't find something or need a reference, just pop it into the comment section of any of the videos. If I have a video, I'll give you the link for it, things like that. So just not a whole lot of teaching in the sewing chat. So, but if you have any questions, you can pop them in this chat too, and we'll also help you. Any of the other quilters in the room will also help you. Dorsey says, I have to put a cover on my feed dogs because they don't lower, so it has an okay amount of space between the fabric and the free motion foot. Okay. And I've even sewn with my feed dogs up in free motion quilted. I kind of like it because it kind of keeps it from being so slippery. I can still control it, but the feed dogs, they're up, but yeah, but I'm still free motion quilting. It was kind of crazy. I did that on one of my, I think that was my CXL that I did that on. Because it had one of those little covers that you put on the feed dogs. They didn't necessarily drop. And so that thing kept coming off, and I was like, you know what? We're just going to get rid of you. We're not going to use it at all. Tiffany is asking, what is everyone sewing tonight or have in progress? I'm still doing placemats from June. People are welcoming in Morelli, so thank you all. We're such a nice group. Silveretta says, I have a scrap quilt project I'm working on. Kevin says, Eric has some chicken cooking in progress. So Pink says, I'm working on a postage stamp quilt. Also, if you got a YouTube channel, you can go ahead and I guess only the moderators can do that. I was going to say pop your YouTube channel link down in the chat thing too. People can cut and paste it later. And then Eric's going, oh shoot, I forgot the chicken. I love Eric. Eric should have ate that bird by now. That's Tiffany. You got that right. Kim says, I'm still working on crumb blocks. Silveretta says, I'm using a 10-inch pre-cut paper to sew my scraps on. Jill is starting a Jacob's Ladder quilt for my oldest son in Arizona. I figure I can get it done for Christmas, and you will have cooler weather. Tiffany says, sounds like everyone's up to some fun quilty projects. I have my strings all over the table. I made 15 last night on live and 7 earlier today. Kayla is here. Hey, Kayla. She says hello to everyone. Maria says, I bought a Jelly Roll Batiks for an on-point bear paw pattern from Missouri Star Quilt Company. Artisan Batiks. I've never pieced anything larger than 40 by 40 inch before. The piecing part is not really the problem. It's when you start quilting if you don't have a long arm handling a larger piece. I don't think the piecing so much matters as much to me, what size it is. It's always the quilting of it. Darcy says, I'm working on the back to one of my quilts. I just got a new ironing board. My old one would drop as soon as I put a lot of pressure on it. Wow. Yep. Jill says, Tiffany, I must have just missed you last night. I checked to see if you were on before calling it a night. I'm looking forward to watching your video tonight. Marlene says she's hand quilting a project I saved from a thrift store. Yes, I love saving projects, and I also love saving sewing machines. That's how come I got that 503. Somebody was getting rid of it, and I was sewing on it, and I had, it seems like sometimes after I would sew like 10-15 minutes, like it would start pausing. And so I reached out to some YouTube sewing machine repair people, and they say they might think that it might be the foot that's going bad. If it's not the foot, then it might be the motor in it. So I'm going to try to use my featherweight foot on that 503 and see if it'll sew better with my other foot. If it does, then it's the foot I need to replace. But it's not the original foot to it either. So, kind of weird. But I like saving stuff. Leetta says she's making grandson a quilt. Eric says, okay, chicken is all good and very, very crispy. I thought you were baking the chicken. if it's crispy in the oven, you're in trouble. Graham's still working on my pineapple quilt, and you probably will be for a while. Don't make 100 blocks like me. Kevin saying extra crispy recipe. Carla says, I'm working on a 4-patch hand quilt while watching. Tiffany's put her channel down there. Thank you, Tiffany. So, yeah. Trying to think. I'm thinking about my piece. Melissa says that, Eric, is that your special bourbon chicken recipe where you apply liberal amounts to the chicken? Eric, you put the bourbon on the chicken. My internet is spotty. Tiffany is having some issues with her internet. So, yes. Hold on. Also, if you all are interested in wood products, remember that order, the last day to order is Wednesday of next week. I've already sent him a partial order because I have over 40 items. I can't remember what the number is now. I stopped counting at 40. So I did send him already a partial order. I like sending him partial orders, and I like that he accepts partial orders, because then when he get the full order, it makes it so that he's not working on the whole order at one time, and we get our orders back a little bit faster. So working on that too. That's what most of my days have been, communicating with people interested in purchasing wood products. So I have been doing a lot of desk work with that. Tom asking to join Teaquilts. We'll go ahead and approve you, Tom. I had to go check my email just to let somebody know I see their request for a product. I try to respond to things for sales as quickly as I can. Sometimes I'm not able to be at my desktop to follow through. It's certain things I can't do on my cell phone through the apps, so it just makes it a little bit more complicated. When I'm doing sales, sometimes people have to wait to hear from me. Tequila soaked yardbird. I have that recipe. That's Melissa. Kim says, I like to cook with wine. Sometimes it even makes it into the food. Don't forget to give T a thumbs up. That's from Tiffany. Um, Laughing out loud. This is from Kayla. She says, Kim, my kind of cook. Asher Sikala says hi. Dorsey says, for some reason, my page shows that T only has 3 thumbs ups. I know that's not true. And that's just because you haven't refreshed, so it's not. It's more than that. I have 59 showing on my iPad. I don't know what's on my phone. If I go out on my phone, I'll never get back in. We know how my phone acts up. It kicks me out sometimes. So this is my favorite stream because it's just chill. Yes, we are just chilling. I was sewing. This is a sewing chat. I was sewing. In my sewing, I'm missing a piece. So I need to go check to see make sure I didn't leave it outside. If I left it outside, I need to make another triangle to finish this quilt. Melissa says she's got 59 thumbs up of 114. So Pink says mine says 5, needs to recycle, just need to refresh your page. Eric says that Kim, it's dangerous if I drink and cook, things get burnt. June says I have 117. People are constantly in and out. My iPad is showing I got 124. So people are in and out at different times. Stop passing out with the oven on Eric. That's from Melissa. Kim, did you ever watch Julia Childs? That woman loved her wine, laughing out loud. Now, I used to love Julia Childs when she had host chefs on, and she wouldn't give them space. She was up on them. And before they could even get stuff ready, she was already putting her hands in it. I thought it was just hilarious. I love Julia Childs. Silverella says that she loves the strip tube ruler for triangles. That's by I'm blocking the name. This Cozy Quilt Company, I think. They have a lot of patterns they use that. I just make my own. Reminder from Eric that the Zoom chat is tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Information is in the Facebook group. It's an announcement, which means all announcements are tagged up at the top. So if you see the word announcement, it'll show you all the announcements that have been tagged by Eric or myself. All the information is there. If you get the information and you just write it down, then you don't have to do that every time. You can just go open up your Zoom, put in the meeting ID number, and put in the passcode ID, and then you can go in, because it's always the same every time. If it changes, we'll let you know. Asher saying bye-bye, see you later. Appreciate you stopping by. Tiffany says Zooms comes on after my live for those that watch me on Sundays. Ed Kevin, you will be the first contestant in our game since you left early the last time. That's right. Mario says those acrylic quilting rulers are expensive. Yes, they are. I say everything in quilting can be expensive, and that's why, you know, certain things we go and we buy at Harbor Freight. That's the same thing they selling in the quilt shop at a cheaper rate. You know, when they add the word quilting onto it, then a lot of things become more expensive, which is sad. Kim says, I have Julia's recipe for beef bourbon. Oh, bourguignon. Amazing. And it has 3 cups of red wine in it. Wow. The 4th is for me. That's about the whole glass of wine. The whole bottle. Not the whole glass, the whole bottle of wine. Eric says, has anyone noticed that quilt shops are having a hard time keeping inventory stocked? I I think it's still having some shipping issues on some end, and I don't know if it's on the fabric manufacturer's end, but I do know from scrapbooking that they've been having problems with UPS. Like normally UPS would pick up every day from companies, and they're not able to do that right now. So when you start talking about big companies that are sending out big bulk orders all the time, their stuff is slowed down in shipping because of that. So I just know that from Crafter's Companion. I order a lot of scrapbook stuff from them. And it can take us 3 weeks to 4 weeks to get something out of California here in St. Louis. And it's a matter of how many orders that they're getting, and then they have to still put them in the order of ship when UPS comes to pick up, and they only gonna pick up so much when they come to pick up, and they don't pick up every day. So yeah, it's a little different now. Eric says our local Joann's was pulling Christmas since June. Now they hardly have anything. Oh, so they must have been really advertising it really hard, because they normally go into their Christmas and July stuff. And yeah, it's weird that it's October and they don't have a whole lot of fabric. And they probably just had the Christmas stuff from last year probably. They probably didn't even get a new stock of Christmas stuff. So, very weird. I don't need to buy a piece of fabric for any subject. I got more fabric than I will ever use if I live 3 more times, okay? That's how much fabric I got. It's ridiculous. So, I'm not even interested in fabric when I go into the stores. It doesn't even call me like it used to. I'm only looking for stuff that's on sale, or if I need it for a border or something like that. A lot of people order things online, makes UPS busy, and shops don't have as much. That's from Darcy. Kim says, my local Joann's had Halloween fabrics for 3 days and sold out. Fall prints are very low. You can come buy it from me. I don't know if I'm going to make another Halloween quilt. I made so many Halloween quilts and I got so much fabric. That's probably, let me see, Halloween or Christmas. I don't buy, I guess Easter kind of stuff would be my least amount of fabric of any type that I have. Like as far as having Easter bunnies or eggs and things. And then probably Halloween. And then I go to Christmas. But I still have a whole bookcase filled with Christmas stuff. Eric says, oh, but Miss T, you know you can't resist buying more fabric. I try not to buy a whole lot. Now, October's coming up, and I know that the Ace Hardware store at some point this month is going to have their sale. And I was trying to decide whether I was going to go or not, you know, just to do a film or something. But then if I go, I'm going to start buying crap because I'll see the name brand fabric at reasonable prices. But do I need fabric? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And then Eric's, he's still working his foundations. He got 2 of them now. He says, speaking of which, you know where to send your unwanted fabric. T, I need border fabric for my rail fence. Do you have some for sale? My rail fence. I don't know, because I have to look and see if I got any blue-green on those shelves in there. And what's in my stash, I'm not even going into that. But I'll see what's on the shelf, Kayla. I'll let you know. I'll let you know on your Facebook post. Judy Plaster says, hello, this is the first time I got you live. I live in Northern California at the base of the Feather River Canyon in Oroville. It is good finally to watch you live. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate that. Please hit the subscribe buttons to the new people, and also hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified when I'm live and or when I upload videos. And I did upload quite a few videos this week. I still got videos I need to edit. just took a little break because I was working on the orders, and I've been working with communicating with my wood turner back and forth on various things too. So just took a break the latter part of this week, but I did upload a few videos within the from last Saturday through to Tuesday, I guess. So I'm hoping I can get this finished so I can go ahead and get part 3 of this up at some point next week as well. But thank you so much, Judy, for commenting. Appreciate that. Oh, Asher came back. Melissa. Don't help Eric with his foundations. Mario says, I only buy online. Always cheaper than here in Canada. Wow. Even with the exchange rate being so high. Wow. That's amazing. June says, I found a lot of fall through Christmas in June. Now some stores don't have it now. I only buy holiday fabrics for customer quilts, she says. Other than that, I just don't buy it because I'm not into holiday fabrics. I love the holidays, but the fabric is too much for me. I used to decorate my whole house for every holiday. But the more I got into quilting, the more I started doing, the less wall space I had. So now I just got all this stuff I got in storage, or I do pull it out when I do lectures and stuff though. But yeah, I don't even decorate like I used to for the holidays because I've got so much stuff. I got so much shelving now that I've lost a lot of my wall space. And Civil Rider is asking me, talking about really Ace Hardware. Well, let me back up. It depends on what Ace Hardware. We have a county it's over an hour drive. I'd say about an hour and a half drive from my house. Not every Ace Hardware has fabric. This little small community is a quilting town. They have a large quilt guild, and so that guild supports them, so they have a fabric section. So yes, I remember there was another store, Ben Franklin's, used to have a little fabric section. I didn't like all of their fabric, but every once in a while I'd find a good piece or two in the Ben Franklin stores. But they no longer are here, or not in my immediate city metropolitan areas that I'm aware of. We had them all over the place, but now I don't know where any of them are. Kevin goes, Miss T, you're an artist. You need a variety, so therefore you need more and more and more fabrics. Laughing out loud. No, I do not. Kevin's trying to get me to buy fabric. I'm just having you all know. So if I buy anything, it's Kevin's fault, because he's been trying to work on me to buy fabric. Wind Sprinter also saying, I didn't know Ace Hardware sold fabric. It just depends on which Ace Hardware. Kayla, and they don't advertise it online, so you're not going to go online to Ace and be able to buy fabric. It's just not going to happen. And Kayla saying, thanks, I got you. I'll look and make sure, see what I got that will go with, if it goes with this quilt, I'll let you know. Thank you, T, and good night to all. From Teresa. Bye, Teresa. Thank you so much. See you on Wednesday. Tiffany is saying, hit that subscribe button. T, listen at Kevin trying to get you to go shopping. Yes, I told him, Kevin's been wanting me to go with him to a shop hop. And I told him that I would go, but I'm not going to spend any money. I'm going to buy the pass. You got to pay for the shop hop pass, and I'll pay for the pass. And then I'm not buying anything because I don't need anything. And he's determined that he's going to make me spend money. I'm like, I don't know where it's going to go when I bring it back home. It's ridiculous. Eric says, hey, T, I got a question for your Monday poll. Does brand matter when it comes to rotary cutters? I find it didn't matter so as long as the blade is sharp. Somebody had a question that I have, and I don't forget what it is now. I have to figure it out. Somebody else had a question. I had a file on my computer. I guess I didn't save it because I went back to start up my computer and the file wasn't there, and it wasn't in the history either, which it normally is if my machine shut down. So I must not have saved it when I thought I did. So I couldn't find it. But I had some other questions. If you got Monday Monday mega poll questions, you can send them to my email, teaquilts@teaquilts.com. Ace Hardware and some Vermont stores have fabric. We still have Ben Franklin. Love that store. Eric says, oh, unless you need an ergonomic cutter. Ben Franklin stores are in Macon, Missouri, Monroe City, Missouri, and Palmyra. I don't know what that is. Palmyra, Missouri, and Quincy, Illinois. Okay, because I remember there used to be one in Eureka, South City by what was that called? Like by St. Anthony's Hospital. I can't remember. Tesson. I want to say it's Tesson Ferry. Then they had one in Ferguson, Missouri, or Florissant. Those are the three that I can pull off the top of my head. I'm trying to think that they have one in the south side, just South City, St. Louis, but I can't remember. But they used to be, they weren't like all right in your neighborhoods per se, but they were close enough. But I don't know where any of them is, but she just gave me 3 of them, but I'm not ever in any of those counties in Missouri or Illinois. My neighbor and I went shopping because she needed fabric, and I left my purse in the car on purpose so I couldn't buy anything. Got that right. Judy says, we still have one Ben Franklin in our area. It's about 45 miles from me in Grass Valley, California. It's a totally craft fabric and art supplies. Yes. And that's the nice thing. That was what was different about Ben Franklin's over the other craft stores, was that they sold fabrics, whereas the other craft stores had all the other crafts, but they didn't have fabric. And Kevin goes, yep, Tesson Ferry. Thank you, Kevin. All the links to all social media are in descriptions of all my videos as well if you need them. I just found out that they closed the one in Randolph. Say it's not so. Oh, she's saying in Vermont, Randolph, Vermont. Okay. So yeah, but I used to love Ben Franklin's, and the Ben Franklin's always had sales. So at the end of a season, I would always buy all my stuff for the next year. So I used to do a lot of the felted kits where you just stitch the pieces down. I made stockings like that, and I used to love to get them at the end of the year because they were like $2 and $3 for something that would cost you $30. So I used to love my Ben Franklins. Look who the cat drug in, or shall I say the dogs. You got Diane in here. She's saying hi. Hi, Diane. How are you? Yeah, and I learned too that they're also closing some of the Tuesday mornings as well. We had, from what I could find, we only had one that was affected in my immediate area. I do travel out to go get whatever it is that I need, but I noticed that one had closed in the St. Louis area where I travel in. And that's like all the way out to Creve Coeur, South Side, O'Fallon on the north side. So we only had one. So I thought that was pretty good. Considering how many of them that we have less than we had before when they closed them, but we only lost one this time, so I was really glad about that. They're still doing this Amber Alert. It's for a missing child, so pray that this all ends on the positive side. Oh, they're saying it has canceled, so that's good. So they must have gotten them. Okay, so that's good. It's on my television now. So yeah, Tuesday mornings are probably going to be next. I noticed that some Tuesday mornings, a couple of them have gotten smaller in size, like they may be, I don't know if they lost their rental space in part of their building or if they done that intentionally, But I did notice that, they're getting a little smaller or they're closing some. So watch your Tuesday mornings as well. I'm going to say good night too. Nighty night. Bye, Kevin. Let me know when we're shopping. Or when you're shopping and I'm watching. And So Pink says, oh no, not Tuesday mornings. And Tuesday mornings has been struggling during this pandemic because, they get surplus buyouts from other stores. And so with shipping issues and then people selling stuff, like all the crafting stuff being sold, people got into crafting. They really didn't get good supply. And so their crafting stuff was like null and void during this pandemic. And they sent me a thing saying that they've got new craft stuff in. And then when I just went to one store and I said, I'm not finna travel around to all these stores trying to figure out which one got the new stuff. The one I went to first didn't have it, so I didn't go to anymore. But yeah, so Tuesday morning's been struggling to have product to sell. I'm good. Dogs drug me in. Playing tug of war. That's from Diane. Did Eric leave too? Let's see. Eric says, Diane 57 hugs. You come in, I gotta leave. What's up with that? So bye, Eric. See ya tomorrow. Tiffany says that her Tuesday morning stores have not had fabric because they were bought out with COVID. Ugh, and I've gone into Tuesday mornings and that wasn't a thing that I wanted to buy, but they at least had an aisle and a half of options. It was just that I had either bought it or I just didn't like it. When I went in there into this store, it just looked like it was just the leftover junk that nobody else wanted was in that store. So it was sad, and it's been sad like that because it was by one of the places I have to go to, so I always just stop in because I'm right there anyway. But Tuesday mornings have been struggling. I'm surprised their doors are still open, considering that they had already gone into closing some stores down before this pandemic. I imagine that it's going to be some more closures on Tuesday mornings coming, especially if they don't get some product in these stores pretty soon. Mario says it's almost midnight here. Good night, everyone, and stay safe. So bye-bye, Mario. Thank you for staying. We only got a few more minutes, so I appreciate your time. We're going to shut down in 4 minutes. Cheryl says, good night, everyone. I will try and make tomorrow. That'll be great, Cheryl. Tiffany says, all the men are leaving. What's up with that? Ha, ha, ha. She's bathing the girls, but she's listening. Do you know Becca bought Martelli table today? I didn't. They were closing 132 stores. That's from Sopin. And I think that number increased after the pandemic because it wasn't as bad as that. So Tuesday mornings are going to be struggling for a while. So I can see a lot more stores are going to be closing. June Hansen is saying good night. See you tomorrow. Good night, June. So whoops. I don't know if Carolyn Bowser is on here. She just placed an order. I should have taken that off, but I'll put your order onto the list with people that are ordering from the wood turner. I think I still have the Blue Angel tool set listed on there for sale. Somebody purchased it on Thursday or Friday. I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before. My days are running into each other. But I forgot to take that off my website. But I'll just place it onto my other order. But I'll make sure I also email you just in case. So, because she might want to change her mind and order a different color. So I'll contact her. Yeah. So that's it for today, guys. We're going to tell everybody good night. Look like my brother is saying good night, sis, and everyone. Stay safe. I'm going to do the same thing. Want everybody to stay safe and stay blessed. Keep sewing. If you're in the Facebook group, share what projects you're working on. We'd love to see them. If you need some assistance with them, that's also another spot you can utilize to get help on your projects as well. Tiffany is saying, I'm going to say goodnight now because my hands are wet. Bathing the girls. See you all tomorrow. Bye, T. Glad you love your bag. And bye, friends. Bye, Tiffany. Thank you so much. Silveretta is saying goodnight to everybody. So Pink says goodnight. Diane says, must be me. They're scared. Augie Bear, the ankle biter. And them new puppies, you gotta love them. I guess that's Claudette Bettis, I guess, too. I don't know. Claude B 820 says good night all. Good night. Jill says good night. Enjoy your evening. Good night all. So Pink is saying night tea, night family. So bye everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow in Zoom and then Wednesday in our next chat room, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Also, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified of any uploads I upload this week. I do plan to edit some more videos. I'm still trying to read what everybody is saying. I think it's mostly good nights. So bye, y'all. Take care.